All right, guys. Hey, Corbin Hostler here. You can find me here on YouTube at chostler88. Same on Twitter and Twitch as well. I've got some modern Merfolk for you today. It's my favorite deck and the one that I'm probably most known for. So, want to run it through some events here. So I'll go run through the list real quick before we jump in. Is 3 Cavernous Souls, 12 Islands, 3 Mutavault, 1 Manama, 1 Obero. I like having the 3 Cavern against all the twin decks. There's a bunch of Remand decks. It's really great when it's good. 3 Mutavaults is maybe sort of the thing that's not as common, but I find that you're much more likely to lose a game to not having blue in the first couple turns than you are to not having a 4th Mutavault in your deck. I mean, there's a small percentage of games you would win by having the 4th one and having access to it, but I think it is not. I think it's more than offset by the number of games where you have to mulligan because you don't have an island, or you don't have double blue and you keep one blue hand and you never cast a Lord and die. So obviously Mutavault's great when it's good and you have the perfect draw, but in my experience 3 has just been better. Manamo, not really much there. Sometimes you can untap Thassa. Obero, good for filtering mana sometimes. You can tap it for blue, use a Mutavault to return it, then replay it and get blue, even if it's your only land. So just kind of a trick there. Rest of the list, more or less standard-ish, a couple tweaks. 4 Curse Catchers, you'd expect 4 Vial. I have 2 Spell Pierce and 2 Vapor Snags each. I think that they're both still good, and I like having some interaction with the combo decks and stuff in game 1, plus you can usually catch a removal spell with it, that sort of thing. Vapor Snags are still good. I think they combo well with Harbinger of the Tides, but Harbinger of the Tides doesn't completely replace it in my opinion. But then everything else, 4 Silvergill, 4 Spreading Seas, 4 Lord, 4 Master. I'm on 3 Harbinger of the Tides because when it's bad, it's pretty bad. I think 3 is the right number. 4 Regery, 1 Siege, which I've been liking more than Kira recently. A lot of Pyroclasms and Tron and stuff like that, and this is good against Burn. It just sort of has a lot more versatility than Kira. Thassa, this could be the 4th Master of Waves, depending. I like it a lot in the grindy matchups. Just the ability to scry every turn is really big. And once you have a couple Spreading Seas on the field, it's not that hard to just turn this into a 5/5, even when you only maybe have one other creature. So I'm a big fan of Thassa. Then the 3 Masters. Looking over here at the sideboard, we have the other Spell Pierce and Swan Songs for the combo decks, the Relic of Progenitus for the graveyard decks, or just basically any Snapcaster deck, just generically good. The Recalls for Affinity, and I guess Lantern Control, because that's the thing we need to worry about now. Tidebinders for the green matchups. Hibernation, it's basically you're only out to like Elves and Boggles and stuff. Kira, you bring it in against a lot of decks where you want the removal and you don't necessarily want a Curse Catcher or something. Ruinator, bring this in against the heavy control decks that just want a 1-for-1 on my creatures. And then the Dismember, which we're actually, we have 13 in our sideboard right now, so we actually need to add a couple. I think I like the second Dismember here, comes in quite a bit. Additionally, probably just the second Hibernation, because Elves top 8'd recently, that's more of a deck, and Boggles is kind of on the upswing, and these are some of your only outs against them. But that's the deck, and we'll go ahead and jump into an 8-man here just to get some game. All right, into another one, and we have won the die roll again. And, ooh. Now we say, like I said, I mentioned in the pregame, not having the blue. This hand's really iffy, but it's very good if we draw an island. If we don't draw an island, we can't do anything. I think I mulligan this hand. This hand's better, I guess. Depends what we're playing against. This hand could be good. There you go. I mean, you can either have the... And this is me playing 6 non-blue sources in my deck, and you saw that hand we had a mulligan because we didn't have blue mana. A lot of people are playing like 3 Cavern and 4 Mutavaults, or 2 Cavern and 4 Mutavaults, and then it's the same number of non-blue in a hand like that. But at least that hand, if we had like double Silvergill instead of double Spreading Seas, that hand would have worked. But if you have the 4th Mutavault instead of the 3rd Cavern, and that was the hand you drew, you have to mulligan. Well, I guess good job him. We don't have a Spreading Seas target. That's kind of rough. At least we drew the Curse Catcher there to give us something to do along with the Spreading Seas. I feel like you have to hit the Twilight Mire as soon as you get the opportunity, otherwise we get Liliana'd. I don't feel great about this game. And there is the Liliana. We have lost. Liliana's nearly unbeatable. I guess we just go ahead and, so if he 1, 2, 3, we just have to play this and hope that somehow he doesn't have a way to kill it, and we get to play Master and attack this thing for 3. I mean, this is how you lose to these decks with Liliana. We have no 1 or 2 drop and don't play a spell till turn 3, and he has Confidant in Liliana. Very hard to beat. Yeah, we're dead. Two guys, that's a thing. Now if he makes us sack a guy, we actually have a guy to throw under it. It's just incredibly unlikely that with 6 cards in hand. He's also, yeah, I mean, basically dead, but sure, bring it on in. Great. Next turn I have to like block here, take lethal, block here, take 9. So I'm dead no matter what. Okay. Alright, let's try this again. Get rid of the vials. Get the dismembers in there. Get the Tidebinders in there. Get the Kira and that in there. Board out. Well, we're on the play, so Spell Pierce isn't as bad, so I'll keep 1. Board like this. Oh, did I forget relics? I think I forgot to bring in relics. Oh well. Alright, game 2 here. This hand's pretty solid. If he has an Inquisition, this hand gets a lot worse, but still solid. I mean, keeping 4 lands is always going to be risky with this deck, but these are good cards to have, so. Alright, here we go. No Inquisition. Alright. Okay, that was really bad. Okay, running Silvergills. Wow, he doesn't have a second color? It's conceivable we attack with this next time. I don't think we will, no. He already saw this, so we'll show it to him again. Okay, no more lands, please. So the other thing there is if we had drawn the Spell Pierce or something, we could have left it up. It's the other reason to not play Mutable. He's just going to be color screwed. Great. This is going to be rough for him. He's going to get Spreading Seas and Lord of Atlantis right here. Oh, I can just double Lord and then he can still block. Yeah, okay, so. He takes a lot of damage, doesn't have a second color or a third color yet. And we have lethal next turn, so there's that. As these will be 4/4s, this will be... Alright, so that'll be 8, 9, 10, 11. He does... So if he does have a removal spell or something here, we have Dismember. Not that I want to do that, but... Abrupt Decay? Sure. So he'll block here. I have to let him block before I do this. Yep, now we'll Dismember it. Now my guy is unblocked and he still takes all the damage, so... He's still in a lot of trouble. Not dead, but in a lot of trouble. Especially since I'm going to follow up with Seize on his swamp. Scoos, okay. Third treetop, sorry buddy. Yep, there's the scoop. Alright, let's play game 3. I did not bring in the relics. I want the relics. What I do not want is this Curse Catcher or this Spell Pierce on the draw. Maybe it's... oh gosh. This is a really iffy hand. It's the sort of hand, if you didn't know anything about Merfolk, you'd think was good, but this hand has a hard time dealing with like a removal spell and a Liliana. Still with the Mutavault. So if I play a Lord on turn 2 and he Lilianas, I can't both play a Lord on... This hand's not very good. I'm gonna mulligan this. This hand just doesn't... This hand has no card advantage in it. If it draws something, it's good, but it just draws nothing instead. I'm gonna mulligan. This is much better. Much, much better. Yeah, I mean, that's a hand, if you Mutavault 3 Lords, if you didn't know anything about Merfolk, you'd think was good, but the hand's actually very bad. I can't think of many decks where I'd want that hand. Like the only decks of maybe some sort of control deck I'd want that hand, but then it didn't even have a cavern in it. Hand's just not very good. Oh, not going to get any free ones this round. Okay, Scoos, sure. I think I'm just going to seize him here. I always want to try to keep the Liliana off if possible. Good draw. Alright, if you Lilianas, we're in trouble, but that's just always true. Okay, we're in trouble. You got it, man. Ah, sigh. At least there's no Dark Confidant this time. So I can just play Harbinger, bounce this guy, or I can Silvergill and Relic. Because next turn he'll play like another attacker. I don't think I play Harbinger here. Although, yeah, if he does... Well, I could Harbinger and Relic exile this. Then next turn he ticks up Liliana. And I will pitch an island. And then if he replayed this, he'd have a blocker. And it would still be a 2/2. I think I'm going to play Silver. I just want to draw more cards here. I'm going to show him the Master because I want to hide this effect. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to exile my Curse Catcher before he gets a chance to eat it. Alright, so we're hard pressed to beat Liliana, as usual, so but our hand is possible to beat it. Sort of the rough thing is I actually want 4 lands on the next turn. Kitchen Finks. Okay, please attack me. We can win this game if he attacks me. I think I have to discard the land, but we can win the game if he attacks with this. He's thinking I'm okay, well that's rough. It's too bad. I just have to Tidebinder and lock down the Kitchen Finks and offer the trade here. And at least Liliana dies to kill our guy. Liliana, oh wow, that just means he's got a second one. But if he does, that's we can get rid of this guy. Be okay. Of course, if he has like removal spell and another Liliana, we're in trouble. Okay. He just really values the Skoos, which is going to get Harbingered. Here's the Goyf. Target myself. Exile my creature. It's going to be awkward if we draw the Ruinator, but... what to do here? He's down to 2 cards, and we can shrink this anytime we want. So, I don't think there's... I think I just do the Regery because it's the highest upside. I just take a big hit here. That's really not a big deal. This is the hit we get to take. We hope he actually finally draws some other lands. But if this survives, then okay. Well, there's the swamp. Okay, this is good. Down to if this survives, we get to play 2 of these guys next turn. Okay, he does not survive. He has no throat. Let's see how he plays this. I should only have to take 2 here. Okay, that's fine. We'll take the hit. I mean, we're definitely behind here. It's pretty difficult when Liliana 2 for 1 shoe. So I'm going to force him to eat my guy, and then just bounce his. Well, I guess it doesn't actually get bounced here. So I can hold this and bounce, or I can just play 2 lords and start getting in there, maybe. I could wait for his attack and bounce it, but that doesn't seem very good. It may be correct to play a lord. So if I just play 2 lords and aim to block, what does that do? I could play Harbinger and just bounce the Goyf, I guess? Bounce the Finks. The Finks is the hardest on his mana. If I bounce the Finks, I can still attempt to offer this trade. This is rough. Because yeah. If I just play both lords, I mean, it actually doesn't really improve anything I have here. I think I have to do nothing. It feels bad, but I think that's what we have to do. And we just need him, we need him to whiff. I mean, we're like a turn or two from stabilizing, but we're not there yet. I'd like him to come in with this. I'd like to take a hit from it. Interesting. I'm gonna block it. I'm gonna block him with the persist trigger on the stack. I will relic, which means he will eat it in response. But that's fine because we're playing on bouncing his guy. See how much of his mana we can tie up as well. I feel very far behind, but we're not dead. Like Master of Waves is a really good draw for us as well. Okay, as expected, he eats his guy. Goyf becomes a 0. And he's got a 5/5 Scooze, which we can plan on bouncing. There's a lot of things I want to do here. Passing is not one of them, but he only has one card in hand. I mean, we've played the entire game for this attack step, so we just have to hope that it works. Our hand is starting to get good if he doesn't draw some sort of haymaker. We can beat a lot of things, but... This card is really good, you guys. This card made Merfolk so much better. We played the entire game towards setting this bounce up. And we may get paid off. Now next turn my hand's unlocked, I can just start playing out dudes and start having a big board. Why would he hold it? Interesting. Silvergill, yes please. I'm actually gonna start by spreading seizing the treetop. So that he doesn't have another attacker. Oh, now we're going to just change Silvergills into Silvergills. I don't think I can attack. Because if he just... He has 2 cards and we only know one of them is a Scooze, so if he kills this and his Goyf is big enough, so... oh, we have Island... Well, yeah, but we have Island Walk and he becomes... Yeah, he still eats us, so we'll just wait a turn. We are now far ahead, so... Well, in far ahead. We're in control. Next turn, I may just play out 2 lords. Sort of want to play around Maelstrom Pulse if we can, so I may end up going like Silvergill Master. Alright, so he's got a Scooze and an Unknown. And the Unknown was Languish. Okay. I guess that is what it is. Alright, here comes the Scooze. We have lots of outs to this. I sort of want to play Siege and start looting. Because we can take a hit from this for a turn. It'll be 5. I might even chump. Well, I'm not going to chump block it, but I feel like now we have more high impact cards than he does. And I mean, I play a guy there. I still can't block this. And it's not the most efficient use of mana. Then we strand the siege. I mean, we basically, this is the... Okay, I mean, I guess that's fine. I mean, if that had hit a lord and we hadn't been mana efficient, we would have been in more trouble, so... I mean, we have lots of outs to this Scoos. We just have to find them. We have 2 Harbingers. We have another Tidebinder. Not gonna block yet. Something good? It's actually not the worst because we can play all 3 of them now. I'll just throw 2 of them in front of it. I actually probably throw all 3. No, throwing all 3 doesn't work because if he hits a removal spell and I block with all 3 and he removes it, he then gets to eat it as well. And he has a 7/7 against 2 3/3s. Just put 2 of them in front of it. If we get blown out, we get blown out. Alternatively, we just chomp. I don't think that's good though. Because that's the same. It amounts to the same if he has a removal spell. We just hope we don't get top decked out of the game. We didn't get top decked out of the game here. Great. Alright, what's his follow-up? Confidant. Alright. Okay, take 10. Confidant reveals Treetop Village because it always, I mean, jeez. I mean, I guess on the plus side, that means he only has 1 card in his hand, so. Alright, we're at 1. Did we win? You have a treetop and a what? Nothing here does direct damage to me, right? Languish? Damnation. Oh my gosh. These rips. Oh, and he has treetop. And I die. Wow. Okay, man. So his draws were Abrupt Decay, Confidant, reveal treetop to Confidant, draw Damnation, and we draw Cavern Island Mutavault. Get out of here. Alright, I guess you win. Jeez, what a blowout. Alright, we're running it back. Let's get in here.